Not able to sync my OneDrive. Oh no. I'm not able to sync my OneDrive after it has been migrated to our new domain. Well, that sucks. Imagine if you imagine if you worked help desk and you just somebody's just you respond to somebody says that sucks. No, I'm just joking. Thank you, Marvin, for submitting this ticket. When I click on OneDrive, I kind of try to sync it. It keeps spinning. Well, you kind of answered your own question here. Is that there's an issue with the domain. You've migrated to our new domain, or your company has migrated to new domain, and whenever you migrate to new domains, things have to kind of settle in, and that includes things like DNS, unfortunately. And I know I talked about DNS, and the main thing about it is that if DNS doesn't work, a lot of things that are set up to use host names to connect or to work, like these servers, chances are that it will be broken. A lot of things. See, these are the issues that you encounter whenever a new domain is being used. The other thing, if you're migrated to new domain, it could be that your credentials have changed. So, when you new domain, you get new domain login. So chances are you have different credentials, and that hasn't been updated for your OneDrive. It doesn't mesh, if you will. So I don't know how your business is set up, whether they use a single sign-on for everything or not. But these are some of the glaring issues that I would check first. So first, I would actually instead of DNS, I think more likely is that there are credentials issues, meaning authentication. And so how can I explain this? Let me do this here. So let's pretend here that we have a login, and I'm going to explain here. Do the minimization here. Let's say we had Marwin Watts. Let's say we had Marwin. Did I spell that right? Marvin Watts. Watts at olddomain.com. Right? Let's say we had that before. These are your credentials. These are your authentication credentials here. And your login for that might be, meaning your login ID for your computer, or your login ID for websites, or your login ID for your SSO, your single sign-on, could be, let's see here, login ID, could be anything, but let's just say it's this, Marvin.Watts. All right. However, new domain, with the new domain that just, it got introduced, your email address might be now marvin.watts@newdomain.com. And your new login ID might be anything else. For example, Marvin.Watts, I don't know, anything too. I've seen a lot of times whenever there are people with multiple names, they just add a number, meaning that if there are two Marvin Watts working for a company, the second one will have a different login. But in this case, we're recreating a situation where you might have different credentials for the new domain. I think this is really easy to understand here. And if that's the case, then and the new login might work fine, but your OneDrive, as you mentioned here, is not syncing, and in this case, it may not be syncing your credentials. Your credentials might not be syncing with that. Aside from that, the only other thing that could be is a network connection issues, right? So, you can do some testing for the OneDrive. Try the web version. I say web because I'm foreign. My English is like uh, not perfect, but web version of OneDrive. Go to that and see if that works. If that works, then there's a network issue, or a DNS issue or some kind of a network related issue where you're not able to connect your OneDrive on your desktop. You're not able to sync it. And I know it's a desktop version because you say when I click on the one click uh, on the when I click on the OneDrive icon and try to sync it, it keeps spinning. So that's what it is, most likely. So this will kind of get you in the right direction into resolving this issue. So I'm going to kind of start replying here. I'm going to say hello. This is Irvin with PC support. I have your ticket about OneDrive. This issue could be related to authentication, meaning different login credentials being used with new domain. Wow, I'm terrible at spelling today. Sorry. Aside from that, it could be a network related connection issue. I.E in this example, I don't know, could be DNS or something or similar. I don't know. You just have to check this, but you can check to see if the web version, I gotta scroll this up a little bit, is working to test both suggestions. Yeah. So you can check the web version to test to see if your credentials work, and you can use the web version to see if there are network issues. The web version is going to be directly accessing the website for OneDrive. Like if I go here and I click here and then I go to OneDrive, right? Here it is, OneDrive.live.com. This is just the one I'm using, but your OneDrive will probably be different. It'll be OneDrive.atyourcompany.com or something, some kind of custom domain name, and if your domain changed and it's not what it says up there, where it says OneDrive dot blah 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 or whatever it is it's supposed to be, then you know what the issue is. I have a feeling that they migrated the domain and they just haven't didn't have a good plan to ensure that things are going to need to work, right? I think this is just a bad domain migration. That's what I think it is.